It's Webberless Nerd Out time! And it's also a great day today, you guys. Today is a really, really fun day where you do a lot of shit that you love doing. You don't really care about maybe missing work. You know, you just kind of kick back, you eat whatever you want. Maybe it's a lot of cake, you know, maybe it's some healthy food, and we all know why that is. Because it's Evo's birthday. Happy birthday, Evo. You do whatever you want on your birthday. I hope you have an awesome day, man. Happy birthday. Happy Win Wellness. Let's talk about spot reduction. What is that? Well, spot reduction says it's the principle that you can burn fat locally based on doing exercises, local exercises in that area. So, for example, if you were doing abdominal exercises, you could burn abdominal fat. Is this true or is it a myth? Short answer, myth. Doesn't work, okay? There's a lot more to it, to burning fat throughout the body. You can't make it, do a specific region only and just burn fat right there. There may be a caveat. We'll talk about that at the end. How you doing, Nancy? What's going on? So there was a study I want to reference. I believe it was PubMed. I saw it on Examine. I put the link in the bio. And it was a 6-week trial, 24 participants, ages ranging from 18 to 40. And what they did was they had an abdominal exercise group and a control group. The abdominal exercise group did 7 different abdominal exercises, 2 sets for each exercise, 10 reps a set, which, don't even get me started. You go to failure all the time if you want any results, right? Maybe not all the time, just about all the time. Regardless, another video. They did 10 reps a set. They did that for 5 weeks. So really they were doing 14 sets a day, 10 reps each set. They did it for 5 weeks, 5 days a week, for 6 weeks, all right? And what they measured was anthropometrics, so that's just taking measurements of the human body. They measured body composition, and they measured abdominal muscular endurance is what it was the other one. So compared to the controlled group at the end of the 6 weeks, as they took measurements prior to the workouts and then after, was, Melody, how you doing? Thanks for hopping on. Was no reduction in subcutaneous abdominal fat for the abdominal exercise group, all right? Despite the fact that they also, both groups maintain an isocaloric diet, okay? So, there are some potentially confounding factors, and, one I definitely want to talk about is the fact that they only did 10 reps a set. What exercise, ab exercise, can you, if it's not weighted V-ups or weighted planks, even planks, they must not have done planks because you can't do really reps, you do minutes. There's a lot wrong with that, okay? So, maybe had they done tons of reps, they went to failure every set, maybe they did that 6 days a week, 7 days a week, something more extreme. They really went nuts on the abs, so they were just destroyed every day. And, granted, we'll say they had a day or two maybe of rest, to be fair. Maybe the results would have been different, right? Maybe they would have burned more fat locally, but, still probably not. I mean, I say maybe because there is some research out there showing that, if you did extremely intense exercise in a specific region, then, maybe you could burn fat locally, but really not to a significant degree. The general consensus is that that's just not true, okay? So if you want to burn a lot of fat in your stomach, right, well, you can try intermittent fasting, ketogenic diet, right? I mean, a lot of it starts in the kitchen, but eating whole foods, healthy whole foods, right? Have plenty of soluble fiber, feed your gut microbiome, help your body break down fat better, help your body absorb nutrients better, right? But in terms of exercise, you do high intensity exercise and you go to failure, okay? You go out and you do sprints. Well, do you think of working your abs out with sprints? You're not doing crunches. You're doing sprints. Maybe you think my legs will be, that's full body. You do something very intense like that, it's going to put you in a caloric deficit. It's about being in a deficit to lose weight, right? If you want to burn fat, you have to do, very difficult workouts. Now you can do aerobic exercise, which just means, you know, you're getting oxygen, right? Sadeli Hassan, how you doing? Thank you for hopping on. But the point is, yeah, you can't just do ab exercise and burn fat in your abs. All right, so you know, we'll talk about other ways that, you know, you can really roast fat, melt fat off of your body. Maybe I'll just like devote a day to that tomorrow. But yeah, spot reduction is a myth. So happy birthday, Evo, my man. I haven't seen you in too long, dude. I just haven't. I'm in my house. That's where I am. Side down, like, how you doing? My man. Yeah, appreciate you. I'm here. I'm hanging out in my kitchen right now. Yeah. Happy birthday, Evo. Whatever you did today, man, I hope you had a really, really great day. You know, when I think of you, I think of somebody that I bonded with very quickly. You know, you're my brother. You know that. You know I love you. And, you know, I think of all our poker nights, right? Obviously. You know, we really had a chance to bond over those nights where, you know, it's not often you get a chance to sit down at a table for 6 hours with somebody, right? Especially if it's not family. And if it's family, you don't sit down at a table for 6 hours. Because then you sit down is when you're eating dinner on Sunday afternoon and you probably got shit to do still. So you're probably sitting down for like an hour or an hour and a half. But yeah, I've spent a lot of time with you is the point, man. And I'm really happy that I have. I've learned a lot about you. And, you know, you obviously, you know me pretty well at this point. You know how genuine I am when I say, you know, you're my brother for life. And, you know, we got to get a poker game soon. But also when I think of you, you know, I think of somebody who started their own construction business. Check out Evo's construction business. I need the name of it so I could promote that. But, you know, you were working in the pizzeria. You were also doing that. You know, you spend so much time with your daughter, man. I would ask Evo to hang out on Sunday. He would say, you know, I would love to, but I can't. I'm gonna go and spend the whole day with my daughter. You know, it's my only day off. And I respect that, man. You're a family man. You show her a lot of love, and that's why she's gonna turn out great. You know, so there's no secret in that regard, right? So. You got to give love to somebody for them to be able to share love with other people. And, you know, you're giving her a lot of love. Hope I've given you a lot of love. You've given me a lot of love. Hope you had an absolutely fantastic day and a better night. This one is absolutely forever your day in the book of When Wellness. So happy 420 and birthday. Have a great rest of your night, you guys. And happy When Wellness. Thank you so much. We'll see you tomorrow. Ciao.